Good afternoon, folks. It is not Land Rover time, it is Golf R time. In particular, this 2018 Golf R that I own. And this is just a long-term update. So you don't get many updates like this online, but this is a long-term update. So this is a 2018 that I've owned from new. And right now, oh yeah, she's looking a bit filthy. Right now we're at, I don't know what we're at. Let's have a quick look actually here. We are at almost 60,000 miles. This thing has been great. Of course, the dog bed in the back. Are you okay, Bob? Oh my goodness. So that, folks, is called a reverse sneeze. The dog is enjoying herself, I guess. So the only thing that I've had done to this in... What's she sniffing at? The only thing I've had done to this in 60,000 miles is... So 4 months ago, and I didn't do this. I'll preface this by saying, you okay? Willow, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. So get it out of your nose. Go on. You daft dog. So what I'll say by this is, and I didn't do this work, so the garage did this work, and I'll explain the reasons. About 4 months ago, the only thing I've done in 60,000 miles on this car is the wheel bearing on the passenger side rear was starting to whine. So I was too busy at work, so I didn't do the work myself, so I took it to Burlington Volkswagen in Jersey, which is where we are in the beautiful Pine Barrens, and Carranza Memorial is just over there, and we'll be walking up that way in a little bit. So I had the wheel bearing replaced because she was starting to make a little bit of a whining noise, as they typically do. And then about 3 months after that, so just recently, I had to fill up the brake reservoir about 2 or 3 times. So I'm like, we've definitely got a leak here. So I got underneath it, and sure enough, this rear caliper, this which is brand new, this rear caliper, on the back of this, there is the park brake piston. It was pissing brake fluid out the back of that piston there, causing it to get on everything underneath. So I have a sneaky feeling, and I can't prove this. I have a sneaky feeling that in order to change the in order to change the wheel hub and the wheel bearing, you need to remove the brake caliper. But if you don't go into VCS or software and dispatch the rear piston on this and deactivate it, when you take it out, you blow the piston up, and the piston shoots back into itself, and it blows the seals in the back of the piston, and then they leak. I have a sneaky feeling, now I can't prove anything, but I do have a sneaky feeling that maybe Burlington Volkswagen had their intern or one of their young guys do the work, and he just assumed you could just take the caliper off without deactivating the park brake mechanism in the back. And I think when he did that, it ruptured the seals in the piston. So when they put the wheel hub on, replaced that, I'm now, a couple of weeks later, starting to realise I'm losing brake fluid, and my low fluid warning light is coming on the dash. So I have a sneaky feeling he didn't know about the need to drop the piston there and deactivate it. So I'm blaming Volkswagen Burlington for that one. But of course I can't prove anything other than just hearsay and word of mouth. But this is an update. I think I've shown you a couple of things on this. There's a couple of updates I did to this, and I think they're worthy of, if you own one of these. Now, a lot of people asking, should I get the Mark 8 or should I get the Mark 7.5? I personally like the shape and the design of the Mark 7.5. Now, the Mark 8 is definitely a faster vehicle. It is, in standard stock form. It's slightly quicker at top end. It's slightly quicker 0 to 60 and through the quarter mile, but not majorly. Certainly this one, I mean, it's got a tune on it, so you know, it's definitely going to be way quicker than, this is a Unitronic stage 2 tune on this, so it's definitely going to be quicker than a stock Golf R. But the reason I like this, it's a mechanical feeling car. It's not like you've still got really good driver feedback, and it feels planted. And you know, this is torque vectoring. It's got DCC on the suspension, so it's dynamic magnetic shocks. When I bought this, it was fully loaded. It was between this white one, this pearl white, and a blue car, which was beautiful. Lapalese blue, and but I looked at the Lapalese blue, and even in the dealership, it had swirl marks in the paint. So I like to go white cars with sandy because they don't show scratch marks up so much. But this is one thing I did do with this car. There's not many updates. We'll just look in the back here real quick. So there you go. So I put a spare wheel kit in this. And the reason I put a spare wheel kit in this is, what is that, Bill? Don't know what that is. Oh, that's an old Land Rover, Bill. That's quite funny. What's that doing in the Golf? I'm like, what the hell is that? So this was a spare wheel kit that I bought online on DAP Parts. Well worth it. Subwoofer fits in the center there, but it's worth it instead of having just the air compressor. So that was a nice additional kit. And then the only other thing really on this, we'll just go around the front here real quick. We'll just pop the hood up real quick and have a quick look under the hood. Yes, we're going to go for a walk in a minute. So this is what she looks like underneath. Of course, I keep a standard airbox. You know, you can put a high flow air filter in here. I don't care. I've never had a flow issue. Just take the snow screen out of it and you're good. So ECS tuning, turbo pipe, and then, I don't know whether you can see it in there. Zoom in maybe. There we go. 034 Motorsports, turbo elbow, the tune, etc. And this is really it in this car. And then underneath, actually, because I live in this area, and I go through a lot of big potholes, and I do a little bit of light off-roading in this car that is, you know, that it can manage, that is nothing too bad. The other thing I did do is, I'll just put the light on. See if I can put it on there, and I'll just turn it around. That is the belly pan for a Golf All-Track. So I did install the belly pan for a Golf All-Track on this. And the reason being is it's a plastic sump on this. Well, it's kind of like a fibery plastic sump on this. And we did catch it on a few items over the last few years, like rocks in the road, bits of branch, stuff that's fallen off the back of trucks. And there was actually a little bit of damage to that sump pan. To a point where chunks of plastic were coming off it, and I don't know what happened, but when I went to change the oil, the drain plug in there is like a 2-slot 30-degree twist or 45-degree twist drain plug, and it was actually, and it's plastic, and drain plug's friggin' plastic with an O-ring on it, and it was actually quite mangled up. So I had to get it out, change the oil, obviously, sand down the inside of that fitment area, put a new drain plug in, and then I put the belly pan on, and that has solved all problems. And now I just use my Mighty Vac and suck the oil out of there anyway, so no big deal on this. But that's about it, really. Like I said, it's 60,000 miles, 2018, and rear wheel hub and brake caliper, and I kind of blame the dealership, but I can't prove it. So if you're thinking of a Golf R, and you're thinking of a Mark 8 or a Mark 7.5, honestly, I'll do another quick video on this when I get home, because it's getting dark and I've got to walk the doggy. Hey, baby. I'll do a quick video when I get home as to why you should get this over the new Golf R. And a lot of it is like interior, you know, you've got buttons instead of the haptic shit. You can actually get the leather seats. You can't get it on the new Golf. You've got a shift knob still, although this is not a 6-speed manual. The DCS on this, I should say, the DSG on this is really, really good. Of course, I've got the dog bed in the back, but you know, you've still got a lot of buttons. You've got all of your buttons, all the buttons along here for your air conditioning. You've got your heated and ventilated, auto, AC. You know, your different modes. Your you know, your park off, your traction control, your parking. Your lane assist, everything is in here, and you've got buttons for most of it, and that's why I really like this car. And the inside is actually great. And although they say, oh, you know, piano black, this hasn't been cleaned in weeks. No fingerprints except on the touchscreen, because you're not fingering the piano black, and there's not really enough of it in this car to actually make a real difference anyway. And you've got these nice carbon fibre inlays, and these you know, these strip lights in here. So I say, if you really want a mechanical feel of a Golf R that you don't actually get with the new one, because it feels more like an appliance, really, and you want some feedback and feeling on the road, the Golf R Mark 7.5 feels like a proper Golf R in terms of handling and feel and performance on the road. You know, you get a lot of feedback on this. The new Golf R, after driving it for 2 weeks, it seems just, it's a nice car. I mean, it's a little bit quicker in standard form, but this blows it out of the water. You get more feedback on this, and I just feel like the feeling you get driving has been numbed with the new Golf R, because it's so automated. You don't get a lot of feedback from it. It's just, it does its job really well, and there's not a lot of feedback. Whereas this, you get a really, really good feedback. And the tuner and aftermarket support for the 7.5 is much better than the new Golf R Mark 8. And the parts are significantly cheaper. So that's my little 12-minute video. Hey pup, should we carry on walking? Let's carry on walking. Over and out for now, folks. Take care.